got a good prisoner letter? Yeah? I hope you sent them some good stuff. We got a lot of good stuff around us in this day and age, right? And those people back then, they didn't have anything. They need it. So, our next piece, our main piece, is going to be entitled, If We Ran the Workhouse. Now, you've seen all these archive things about this hideous place called the workhouse. I mean, who kind of dreamt that up, eh? Who kind of dreamt that up? We can do that better. We can make those people's lives so much better. Just because you've fallen on hard times, do you really want to be locked up like that? Or could we do something that would really turn people's lives around? That's what this is about. Think about how we could turn people's lives around. How instead of punishing them, we could celebrate them. We could make them feel good. We could make them stride out of there going, yes, I'm going to make something good out of all of this. Okay, that's what we're aiming for. So we're going to write a poem that is a kind of manifesto for a better world, and I want you to be as imaginative, to be as far-sighted, to be as mad and daft with it as you want to be, right? This is not about somebody saying, well, how are you going to do that? This is about a wild, dreamlike vision of a better world. And I want you to enjoy it, right? So it's going to be called If We Ran the Workhouse. That is going to be your title. So write that at the top of your page. If we ran the workhouse. Okay? Or you could have a slightly different one. If the kids were in charge of the workhouse, or if kids ruled the world, whatever you want to do. Write that. And I'll see you in a second. Okay, so you've got your line, if we ran the workhouse, something like that. You're going to use that at the beginning of every verse from now on. That will give our piece a sort of rhythm. So the second piece, the second verse, is going to be a little slogan for your new, wild, brilliant, amazing accommodation that's going to replace the old-fashioned workhouse, right? It's a slogan. It might be painted on the wall. It might be painted above the door. It might be hanging on a flag from the rooftops, right? I had, if we ran the workhouse, above the door would be written, help, not punishment. So it's a simple slogan that sums up what I'm about. So, you write yours, and I will see you in a moment. Okay, got that. Now, the next three verses are going to be you changing some of the things that you've looked at in the way that workhouses used to be run. You might want to look at the clothes people have to wear. You might want to look at the food people are given. You might want to look at their accommodation, what that's like. You might want to look at their social life. Are they allowed to mix with each other? What are you going to give them? Maybe you're going to give them a cinema or a theatre or whatever. Maybe it's PlayStations for all. Maybe it's, a banquet fit for a king for every meal of the day. Whatever you're going to do, right? I want you to choose 3 bits of workhouse life and you're going to write how you're going to change it. Okay, so I had, if we ran the workhouse, everyone could wear what they like. But waiting for everyone in their room would be a brand new t-shirt that said, champ in the making. Right? So I got imaginative with what people might wear. If we ran the workhouse, everyone would wake up to the smell of fresh coffee. Because I think that is a beautiful thing and makes you feel good in the mornings. And a waiter would appear at the door with a menu menu that gleamed like purest gold. Okay, it's just something nice I'm giving. And if we ran the workhouse, everyone would have a soft bed and a sofa big enough to stretch out on, with gold-fringed cushions on which would be written, "Be who you want to be." So that's my version of the furnishings that we're going to have. So you choose 3 things, begin each verse with "If we ran the workhouse," or whatever your line is, and then your wonderfully described, colourful description of how you would do things better. Okay, so 3 of them, off you go. See you in a moment. Right, you done that? So our next verse, now this is the one where you kind of explain your vision. Explain your thinking behind why you're going to do this kind of thing differently. Now, this is something you might all want to have a chat with as a whole group of you before you write this verse. You might want to have a chat about what are the reasons for doing this? What is the thing? So what I put, because if we ran the workhouse, then it would be a holiday from having to worry about money. That's what I'm aiming to give people. Because when you're worried about money all the time, it takes over your life, right? So it will be a holiday from having to worry about money. It will be a place to dream, to gather your thoughts, to plan your next move, to get to feel strong again. So this is the reason why I'm running my workhouse like this, right? It's because I'm trying to just give people a bit of breathing space. A holiday from all the hard stuff, because then they might have time to think. So have a little chat about it and then write a verse which kind of explains what you are about. Okay, and do that, and I'll see you in a minute. Got that? It's a bit of an involved one, that last bit, but I hope you've all come up with some nice little snappy thoughts. And our final verse is going to be, if people asked you, why are you doing this? Right? And this is something about what you feel about humans. Right? What you feel about humans, about people. Right, so I put, if we ran the work, and this is the line you are going to put. If we ran the workhouse, then when people ask why, and then you come up with what you think about humans, really. So I wrote, if we ran the workhouse, then if people ask why, we'd say, because you're worth it. Right, and that's me actually changing the tagline from an advert for shampoo, which goes, because you're worth it. And I'm saying, yeah, because you're worth it. Because you're worth it. That's why I'm doing all of this, because all of you people, no matter how rich or poor or anything, you're just worth it. Right? So you do yours. I hope this has given you something to think about. Something to think about, and go out and get there and build that better world, and enjoy it. And hopefully I'll see you soon. Thanks very much. Bye.